Hello and welcome to another episode of my podcast, The Pocket Stylist. I'm Lisa Talbot, and today we are still talking very much about your wardrobe and how it can really empower you. And if you're tuning into my kind of social media channels, you're going to see that I've put quite a lot of emphasis on this recently because I see so many ladies and I hear from so many ladies, especially those that work in the city. If you're business owners, if you're female entrepreneurs, your wardrobe has to be and can be quite scary. And it can also, like last week's podcast, become a bit of a chore. So today I wanted to kind of chat to you a little bit about how your wardrobe can empower you. And that word empowerment is really kind of sometimes banished around quite a lot. But I love the fact that your wardrobe can absolutely make you feel so super strong. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about how the connection between our wardrobe choices and actually our personal empowerment are linked. And I think that's just a great way to still start January, because so many of us are kind of getting to that point. We do it, don't we? We all do it in January. We look at it and think, right, where are we going this year? What are we going to do? And sometimes you might be sitting and thinking, well, I've made a couple of New Year's resolutions. Some have just thought, actually, I'm not doing the New Year's resolutions, but I'm just going to do what I do, but think about how I do things differently. Maybe it could be that you're looking at more home cooking. It could be that you're looking at buying investment pieces in the way of clothing. It could be you're thinking, right, I'm going to travel more this year. So everything that we do, though, revolves around what we wear. So those wardrobe choices give us that complete confidence as well as that kind of personal empowerment. And I love this topic because I see so many ladies who I work with and they'll say, oh, I just don't have enough time, or, I don't know what to wear for this event. And once I've actually shown them what they can do and where they can shop and how they can choose the styles that they do, their clothing just becomes easy. And that's what we want to do. So in this episode, I am going to give you some takeaways, like I always do, as to how potentially you might be looking at your wardrobe. And I know we've looked at our wardrobe quite a lot over the past couple of weeks on this podcast, but it's a bit of a journey. So I'm trying to get you to that piece. So, really, why is our wardrobe and empowerment, why are they connected? And if you think about it, it's all about confidence. So confidence comes a lot by what we wear and that positive mindset. And you will know that if you put on something that you love and that makes you feel good, you will basically walk out the front door. You'll have caught yourself maybe in a mirror. You'll be walking out the door. I don't know, you might be in the middle of the city. You might have caught yourself in a window, in a shop window. And you can look at yourself and you can think, yes, I like this. And everything changes, doesn't it? The posture comes up, the shoulders go back, the head goes up, and you just feel so empowered, and it gives you confidence. So I always say what you wear is not literally about how you basically cover up a naked body. The clothing that you wear, the styles, the shapes, the colors, it's all about how they make us feel. It's that word, feel. And it's that basically impacts whether we do feel confident, or whether we have that positive mindset, or whether we don't. While I'm talking, have a thought and have a think about when you wore something last time that didn't make you feel good. And it could be that you caught yourself in the mirror again and you didn't like the color. It could be that you don't really like those wide leg trousers because it makes you feel maybe a little bit lower body heavy. So it's that bit that I want to take you away from. And I want to make sure and encourage that you have that wardrobe that gives you that confidence and that positive mindset. It's really interesting because there's always research done, isn't there? And basically there's so much research done which says women that feel confident in themselves and in their wardrobe actually are able to really hold themselves in the workplace, whether it be your own business, whether it be, a different corporate that you work for. So we want that wardrobe, and that's why I want your wardrobe to feel and give you that confidence and that positive mindset. So that leads us really nicely, though, on to how does your wardrobe and how can your wardrobe empower you? And we talked about this before, but point one for me would be confidence comes through clarity, right? So when we talk about clarity, it's very much like I spoke about last week. It's about saying we need to have a well-organized wardrobe and also a wardrobe that is intentional, because what it does, it then helps you remove any kind of decision fatigue. It helps you take away that worry of time. So you're not thinking, oh my goodness, I just need to throw this on because I'm rushing out the door and I've only got 10 minutes. Basically, when you have clarity of what is in your wardrobe, what you have going on in your lifestyle, and the events and the day that you kind of work with on a daily basis, your wardrobe can contain those clothes that you absolutely know work for you. Therefore, it doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're going, who you're seeing, it builds the confidence because you know everything works. I get asked a lot, but Lisa, where do I start with curating a wardrobe that basically aligns with who I am? And this is where we talk about personal style. We talk about style personalities. We talk about, who are you? So if let's take me as an example. So I run my own business. I have a dog. We have a horse. I have my twins of 20 still live at home. One works, one works, but she goes to uni as well. And then you think about, hang on a minute, what does my lifestyle look like? What do I do on a daily basis? I have a husband that works long hours, he's busy. So my wardrobe really wants to work for me, but it also wants to work for the person that I am. So in my wardrobe, and this is where you can start to curate your own, there are items for when I work. So when I'm in London, when I'm presenting, when I'm going to a client's house, it revolves for me around looking stylish, but also being really comfortable. There's pieces in my wardrobe that suit a dog walk. There's pieces in the wardrobe that can then kind of move from the dog walk to the horse. But then my husband and I might go out for a meal, so I've got something in there for that. Basically, you're curating this wardrobe around who you are as a person, but fundamentally what you do. So if you are, let's say you are a COO for a energy company, and you regularly are in board meetings and you travel, then you want pieces in there that you feel that you can wear to that board meeting, feel confident in, hold your own. But also, if you travel, you need a selection of pieces that you know you can throw in a hand luggage. They don't crease and they get to the other end. So this is where we start to create the clarity of what we need and what have we got. And you may be sitting there thinking, oh gosh, none of my wardrobe works for me. Don't worry. You can start to do this gradually. And this is why I thought we'd do this in January, because if you are thinking of potentially making a change, or you've got some big stuff coming up, let's start with your wardrobe slowly. You do not have to try and do this all in one go. So confidence through your clarity. Okay. Your wardrobe can also empower you because what style does, it's also a communication tool. So you might have heard me talk many a time with regards to your clothes will tell somebody about you without you even saying a word. Your clothing sends this non-verbal message, right? And it also helps you express your kind of creativity. It helps you express your authority and also your approachability. So what we wear is always the first thing somebody sees, always. So somebody sees the structure of a garment, they see the color of a garment, they see your shoes, they see your handbag, they see your accessories, all that type of thing. they will already have made up a decision about you. They say it takes 7 seconds for somebody to make a decision about you. So what happens is we want what we're wearing to send out the right message. We want it to send out the message of kindness, thoughtfulness, professionalism, knowledgeable, creative, approachable, all that type of thing. And what's really interesting, different industries and different professionals can basically use their style in different ways. Because if you think about it, a creative industry such as PR, marketing, content creation, accountancy, law, all that type of thing, everybody dresses slightly differently. But why they're dressing that certain way is they're kind of delivering a message. Their clothes are delivering that message. They're saying, you know, to enhance my presence, this is what I'm wearing, but I also can conform into that industry sector. And also it says that people can potentially buy my services. So buy my services as in, I don't know, your knowledge base, your skill set base, that type of thing. So you can use style so powerfully as a communication tool. Let me give you an example. If I, as a stylist, I turned up to an event and I didn't look like a stylist, in inverted commas, people would be like, oh, why would I want to work with her? Because actually, she doesn't exude the personal stylist look. Now, you don't have to like my look, as in any of us. None of us have to kind of like other people's looks, but you have to kind of use that style as your own personal communication tool. So that was point 2. Then I thought about this and I'm thinking, point 3 really is about, and we've talked about this such a lot. You dress for your desired reality. Now, what that means is we don't have to dress for now. We have to dress for where we're going, right? So if you're in a role and you're currently a marketing director, but you want to be the marketing CEO, then let's dress for that role. Let's dress for the role that we want, because actually it just delivers such a powerful message. And then also you get that confidence and that empowerment as you're doing it. I'm not saying you have to look stiff and too structured and unrigid. We are going to dress according to you, your personality, but the role that you want. And sometimes it's just elevating it a little bit. That's all it is. It's just taking that outfit that you wear on a daily basis up one notch. It could be that if you're still doing some work from home and you're on Zoom, take it up a notch. Add a different piece of jewelry. Add a different collar. Don't just wear a long sleeve tee. All that type of thing. Because what we want to do, if you're thinking about career progression, if you're thinking about moving around with your career, whether you're in the same business or you're thinking about launching a new business, it's really important that you have the right wardrobe choices, because it does make such a massive difference. So think about, for your desired reality, is your wardrobe cutting it basically? Could you do with just giving it a little bit of a notch, one notch up, to just help you kind of deliver a different message from within your organization or also within your business? The 4th point I thought about this was actually the emotional impact of what we wear, because wearing the right outfit says a lot about how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about what we can do, our abilities. And this is such a good one as well, because we know, don't we? And you might be sitting there listening, thinking, okay, I'm getting this. If we wear something that we love, it gives us that real, oh yeah, this is brilliant. Because I want you to feel brilliant in everything that you do. You could be wearing jeans and a t-shirt and a pair of trainers. If you feel good in it, you will feel brilliant about yourself. And therefore, you get that inner strength and that inner confidence to say, yes, I can do everything. So think about the emotional impact of your clothing. It could be that the extra piece that gives you that almost like your Superman cape could be a blazer. It could be a bold accessory. They act as your power tools that are in your wardrobe. We did a podcast, didn't we, about this, I think it was last year, and it was all about what is your power outfit. You know, if I said to you tomorrow, you have to go into work and the CEO is out and you have to deliver the weekly meeting, that you could think, right, okay, I'm going to have that on because that's my power outfit, the one that gives me the confidence. So having a power outfit in your wardrobe is perfect for every occasion. You could have your own power outfit for I don't know, standing at the side of a football pitch. You could have your power outfit for going out with your partner. You could have so many different power outfits, but they are the brilliant things to have in your wardrobe if you need something quickly. I have got, and I've spoken about it before, I've got my Zara dress that still does the rounds. And if someone said to me tomorrow, you have got to go and present this, I'd be like, I'm going to take that dress for a start. Absolutely. You know, that's what we have to have. So think about the emotional impact of clothing. Now, I've given you some hints and tips along the way. So what I want you to think about now is, how do I start this whole wardrobe? How can it empower me? How can I start it? Because Lisa, you've given me some hints and tips, but I'm still unsure where to start. So point one, start with a wardrobe edit. You can either have somebody like me come along and I can help you do it. But basically think about how you're going to basically review your wardrobe and declutter it. Because think about everything I've just said, then think about what's in my wardrobe that gives me the confidence, that makes me feel good, and does it work for what I'm trying to achieve? So think about that. Keep the pieces in your wardrobe. Never take anything out of your wardrobe that makes you feel super strong and confident, because those are the bits we need. If a couple of those pieces might have seen better days because you've worn it a lot on rotation, don't worry, write it down. That's the piece you replace, or you get a similar style because you know that type of garment gives you that empowerment, okay? The second piece I would say is invest in some of those empowered pieces. Now, depending on what you do, okay, and depending the role and the industry you're in, think about versatility. Think about the item that you know that can do a bit of a capsule wardrobe. It can rotate, it can create numerous outfits. We do think, and I have to say, I noticed this a lot, a higher quality garment definitely gives ladies a boost of confidence, because they sit there and they think, oh, this cost me a little bit more money. So therefore, I just get that inner confidence. Now, some ladies will choose to invest. If you still love the high street, that's absolutely fine. But look for higher quality garments. You might be able to pick up some more high-ended pieces through something like a pre-love store or a Vinted or something like that. But also, even if you're shopping in the high street, look at the quality. Does the hem on a knit look ragged? Does the garment twist? Does it sit properly? Because those little key attention to details will give you that extra boost of confidence. Because you know, if you've got a garment on that twists, you'll be sitting there thinking, oh, it twists a little bit. Oh, I'm not quite sure. Okay. So think about tailoring as well. This is in some ladies' words, a lot of ladies say to me, I'm an odd shape. You're not an odd shape. But if you feel that you have longer legs and shorter body and you're struggling, or vice versa, and you're struggling to get those items that you like, maybe think about tailoring. Okay, have a think about that. Point 3 is definitely build an outfit with an intention. So I love this, because lots of ladies will say to me, oh, I wear the same thing in the same way. That outfit goes with this top goes with those trousers, that dress goes with that jacket, blah, blah, blah. That's when you can sometimes become a bit wardrobe bored. So what you can try to do is build outfits with an intention. So think about how you want to feel, how you want to be perceived, and choose your outfit that way. If you have time, I would completely recommend that you try doing this the night before. Again, it will shrink down your time in the morning. It doesn't make it a chore. It's easy to do. So think about what you've got coming up, maybe things that you want to change or do things a little bit different. You don't always have to wear those items in that outfit combination. Try something different. Try the shirt with the skirt instead of the shirt with the trousers. Try the dress with an ankle boot instead of a blocked heel, something like that. Have a think about it. Point 4 is experiment with colours and textures. Colours and textures evoke emotion. You know, don't you? If you're wearing a certain colour, it can make you feel calm. If you're wearing a different colour, it could make you feel excited. If you're wearing a certain colour, you might feel bored. There's lots of different things. So think about how colours and textures set a tone, how it maybe stirs up a bit of an emotion, and how it sets a tone for you and how you can use that. So experiment with different colours. I wrote a piece recently all about the colour beige. There's a lot about beige, okay? But actually, some ladies will love the beige. It's very calming. It's very serene. Other ladies think, oh, no, that's just a bit dull for me. So again, experiment. Fashion is supposed to be fun. Style is supposed to be fun. Your wardrobe is supposed to be inspiring. Have a think about that. So, as I'm going to bring this podcast to a close, I want to give you a few challenges. I thought that might be good today. So, I want you to take one step today, okay? It goes back to what I said earlier. Do not try and do this all in one go. These podcasts over the past 3 or 4 weeks have all been about you taking a step. So, from this podcast, okay, one step. Maybe you could declutter one item or plan an outfit that makes you feel empowered. Give that one a go, okay? Then what I want you to do, once you've done that, I want you to reflect actually on how your clothing choices impacted your day when you did that. Whether it was decluttering or planning a new outfit, just spend 2 minutes or a minute while you're making a cup of tea or you're, I don't know, preparing the pasta in the evening, whatever. But think about, how did that make you feel? What impact did it have on your day? Okay. I would love to hear any of your thoughts, okay, or any of your wardrobe stories. You know, you can always email them to me. You can always pop them on a social media post that you might tag, you might see me pop up on. Have a look at that. There will be more styling podcasts like this. I really, really want to give you lots of information. I want to give you the support that we're doing it. So I really, really hope you have enjoyed this podcast. We're still in January. We are basically using January as a prep month for the wardrobe. So I really hope you've enjoyed this podcast. I hope there's some things in there that you can start to action so that your wardrobe can empower you, because that's what we want. We want a really good 2025, and your wardrobe can support you along the way. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the hints and tips. Thank you to everybody who continues to listen to this podcast. It's just a dream to do, I have to say. And I will continue to give you as many hints and tips as you would like. And again, if you've got anything specific, just message me. It's absolutely no problem at all. We'll try and integrate it into a podcast episode. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.